Oh, we get traumatic
PTSD.
PTSD. Yes.
Down Cemetery Road is a mystery thriller by Slow Horses author Mick Herron and writer Morona Banks. It has plot twists, big action sequences, and some stunning UK locations, one of which I gather was on a boat. Can you tell me about that day of filming?
Well, we got on the boat in the mornings, didn't we, thinking, well, look, it's going to be great because we'll come back for lunch and have a bit of a moment on dry land and then go out again.
Yeah,
that was
we
what
thought we'd get breaks.
the assumption.
Yeah.
It looks great in the show.
Yes, no, it does look great.
Yes.
It does look great because we didn't come back for lunch. And in fact, the weather became extremely, rough. And so we spent 8 hours on the boat with the crew all quietly, desperately trying not to throw up. Some people actually throwing up.
Yeah, the other actor threw up.
Were you guys okay?
We were fine.
We
funnily
were.
enough.
I don't
Were
know
you the
why.
only
I
ones
don't know why.
unscathed?
Yeah, we were the only ones who didn't feel sick,
Wow.
which is actually quite peculiar because
quite-
I'm not
quite
brilliant.
smug about that.
I
feel
am
quite smug
I
about
feel that we've become smug about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, we have become
Yeah.
smug about
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a lot. At the end of that day, we actually had a drink, which
Yeah, we
is
did.
not like us.
No, and we were. I was like that for about 3 more days afterwards. You're kind of
getting rid of the
rocking,
sea
just
legs.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so onto the costumes, which are amazing. So Emma, you've described Zoe's style as very Camden Town in the 80s, whereas your character's style, Sarah's style, is kind of, it transforms from buttoned up suburbia to full-blown chaos. And
Yes.
we're wondering, did either of you draw on any of your own fashion memories or London style moments when working with Annie Simmons, the great costume designer?
Oh, well,
Well, you did.
I did. Annie, I said to Annie, look, what are Zoe's influences? David Bowie and Annie Lennox. So let's start from there and let's think about punk. You know, this is the 70s, actually more than the 80s. Her childhood, I mean, her teen years, because there's something teenaged about Zoe as well. She's obviously fully grown, but she's caught somewhere. That's where her rebellious thing, you know, it's a kind of Arrested Development in some ways.
Even the hair,
But
it's
it gives her, So the hair's very Bowie influenced, and the androgyny, him and Annie, and Annie Symes turned up with his 3/4 length jacket. So I've got this in a bin cell in Camden Town. Do you want to try it on? I said, oh, that's perfect. All I needed was some knockoff DMs and I was done. That's all I had. But you
Yeah.
had loads.
No, we had loads of different ideas because I mean it was quite hard finding Sarah because in a way she's lost at the beginning of the show, so she's trying to fit into a world that isn't really hers. But we eventually found a place, and what she ends up in is, I mean, it was like a 90s raver. Again, slightly from her teenage years.
Yes.
They're both kind of Arrested Developed,
Yeah.
characters. They're both sort of recalling their youth a bit.
Yeah.
So I think by the end she's in this, leopard print jacket with a cap and these tracksuit bottoms and feels really at ease, and these pumps, Nike big old, pumps. So I think she feels much more comfortable in that than she does at the beginning. Yeah, so it was a sort of journey through costume.
Amazing. So Sarah and Mark's dinner party doesn't go to plan in the first
No.
episode. If you guys were hosting a dinner in London, you're trying to impress somebody like Mark's trying to impress that guy, which restaurant would you choose
Oh,
in London? Like, what's your go-to restaurant in London?
okay. But Jose Bizarro does a great. Jose on the corner, that one, a little tapas.
Yeah, and actually it's the same with me. Like I go to my local
Yeah.
bistro, not necessarily to impress, but I think to take someone to a restaurant to impress them is a bit wanky. Just saying. So I think I'd take them to the Wet Fish on West End Lane, which is great. Yeah, it's great. It's a local, independent, really nice, great place for brunch. Go there.